So between September and December last year, I began buying more walking equipment, more clothing, more items basically. And in this video I want to show you what I bought, why I bought it, and just give you a basic overview really. If you see anything in this video that you might be interested in yourself, let me know in the comments and I'll try and do a more in-depth video on each item. It all started really with a pair of gaiters. These are the Montane Endurance Pro gaiters. They're made from Gore-Tex. They cost me about £45, and as you'll see here, they have a Velcro fastening. Previously, I've only bought cheap gaiters costing around £15 a pair. The trouble with buying cheap gaiters though is that they eventually break and don't last very long, just as these have here. As you can see, this is all separating. And the other issue is they're not as waterproof as they claim to be, so I would often get condensation in here all the way up inside here, leaving me with a wet trouser leg, which is kind of defeats the idea of having gaiters in the first place. On top of that, you have these annoying little tabs at the bottom I've mentioned before that don't have anywhere to go or don't stay in there, and they're just a waste of time in my opinion. These ones are very waterproof in my opinion. They're very breathable as well, so I get no condensation. The tiniest bit around the edge of the ankle here, but generally my legs are very dry and I'm very impressed. These were £45 as I said. When I was in the store buying them, I looked at the pair of Berghaus gaiters for the same price. The Berghaus ones by comparison were much stiffer. They felt much heavier as well, and I'm very pleased with these because they're not heavy at all and they're very comfortable when I'm wearing them. And of course, if gaiters aren't very comfortable, then you're less inclined to wear them. With the gaiters, I also bought myself a new pair of leather boots. These are the Berghaus Superlights, I think. They were formerly made by a company called Brasher or Brasher. And these are, as you can see, pretty much one-piece leather. A bit of stitching here, stitching at the back. But importantly, there's no stitching here where the toe bends. That's important for me, because every pair of boots I've had previously has failed in that point somewhere along the line. So I bought these because they're leather and because it's winter. I thought they'd be ideal for waterproofing. So far that's been the case. I'm not sure how long the tread will last. It looks to me like it's maybe not as durable as it could be, but if I'm only wearing them in winter, then it may not be much of an issue. I have replaced the original insoles with an Ultralight footbed with a 3mm thick volume adjuster beneath that. That's partly because these boots are a half size bigger than what I'd normally buy, and the reason for that is I have an abnormally long big toe on each foot, and along flat ground going uphill it's normally okay, but going downhill I do find that my toes just about touch the end on a size 10 boot, so these are a half size bigger, and I bought the insoles to try and even out the fit. They're not as comfortable as the Salomon boots I bought the year previously. I've done maybe 1,000 miles in these. They've been great. I love these boots, but as you can see, they have split here. And it's possibly my own fault for not looking after the leather properly. The downside is, of course, they're now no longer fully waterproof. Elsewhere, they're very waterproof, no moisture gets in, but just in this area here, I end up with wet toes now, and of course, wet toes mean wet socks mean friction and blisters, and they're not ideal for winter walking. Hopefully I can still wear them in the summer months, but eventually I've got to buy a new pair, I know that. It's kind of sad really, because they weren't cheap, but they're lovely boots. You can see how much I've worn down the soles actually. I'll definitely look at Salomon boots again for my next pair. I've been shopping at Mountain Warehouse, which I don't normally do. I bought merino wool base layer top and the bottoms or pants to go with it. These ones have the zip fly, but to be honest, I never actually used that. But the merino wool again, and for the cold weather winter walking, I find these are fantastic for, I think they're £25 each, which is really good value for me. I find that wearing this top, if I wear a fleece, I'm too hot. They really are that good. And with the trousers or the pants, again, they're great when I'm wearing lightweight waterproof trousers that I'll get to in a minute, which are quite thin and not very windproof. These add the windproofing I don't have with those. But also from Mountain Warehouse, I bought 2 of these. These are called base layer t-shirts. They're kind of polyester material, but they're fine. They were on offer, 2 for £20. I can wear them all year round, and yeah, where cotton's not very breathable, these should be much more adequate. Now also from Mountain Warehouse, I bought the trousers I'm wearing now. These are fleece lined for winter. I think they're called the Winter Trek trousers. They were about £30 in the sale a few months ago. I bought these mainly for sort of casual wearing actually. I find they're really warm, really comfortable. I don't know if I wear them out hiking, they're probably too warm, but for a short, low-level, flatland walk, probably be fine. Then we have the waterproof trousers I bought from Regatta, direct from their website. These were again £25, and they are actual waterproof trousers, not over trousers. They're waterproof trousers you wear on their own, and they're very lightweight. They're actually rated as being showerproof, not waterproof, so I wouldn't wear them actually passing through a body of water, but out in the rain they've been fine so far. I've not had any sort of leaks, no dampness creeping through. As I mentioned earlier, they're not very windproof at all, especially in the cold weather. A cold wind will pass right through these and get to your legs. That's why I bought the base layer pants from Mountain Warehouse. But that combination works well so far. They've got a pocket on the back with a Velcro thing. Then there are 2 zip pockets with a mesh lining, which you can almost see there. I kind of wish there were cargo pockets down the side, but then I guess they'd be prone to let water in. Every winter walk I do, I'm wearing these. They're that good for the money. And finally, again a waterproofing item, I brought this jacket. That's the inner, that's the outer. Now it's made by a German company. It's spelled V-A-U-D-E. I think it's pronounced Vaude, not Vord. It's the men's Lien jacket, I think that's pronounced correctly. Again, it's quite lightweight. It packs away really small. I mean, for me that's brilliant in my backpack. I bought it mainly because it has a peaked hood, which you can just see there. Under each arm it has a zipped ventilation access point slot hole thing, like this, which aids the breathability and circulation of air when you're overheating. On the front, the 2 kind of side pockets are a bit larger than standard and slightly higher up, but again they're mesh lined like the trousers were. But these, my preference would be to have them higher up still, because when I'm wearing a backpack with a hip belt, I cannot fully open these or get inside with my hand very easily. One key feature of this jacket is it's classed as a green shape product made from environmentally considerate materials and processes. I think this is an issue that will become more prevalent as time goes on really in the industry of manufacturing walking gear and waterproofing outdoor kit. By comparison to that, my previous Caramel jacket, which cost me half as much, is quite bulky and heavy. It doesn't pack away even half as well. You know, it's like that there. It's not breathable, it's barely showerproof, and it stinks when I've worn it for a few days. So that's going away. One, it's available from Cotswold Outdoor for £120, but I found it on Amazon for £70 in this size and colour only. All I want for now is a lightweight jacket because I'm a big fan of layering. A lot of guys will buy big thick coats, and it's just, yeah, I'd rather wear several thin layers and take them off, put them on accordingly, rather than having one big thick layer. So I think I covered everything on what I wanted to there. If you feel I've missed anything, then do let me know in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video, found it useful. Again, if you see anything here you want to know more about, then please let me know in the section below. I will try and include links to each item in the description as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon on a walk.